It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Falcons and the Vikings. Next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Twin Cities and U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, the home of the Vikings. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here in the booth. Carter, these are a couple of teams that struggled a year ago, finished out of the playoffs. They were under 500. That's what you love about the NFL. A new season brings renewed optimism.
Absolutely, and really, Mike, a lot of new faces at critical places. I mean, there is a lot of new pieces to the puzzle here, both coaching staff and the roster of players. They believe last year is over. They do not think there is any correlation between the squad they're planning to put on the field today and that one that we saw really go through some growing pains and struggles just a year ago.
The punter, Bradley Pinion, will handle kickoff duties. And off we go from Minneapolis. Jamal Agnew now to return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Vikings led out by the rookie, J.J. McCarthy. Won the national championship at the University of Michigan. Wasn't asked to throw it a ton during that championship run, but very athletic, very impressive. And Greg, he's the guy for the Vikes.
I think when you go back and watch the film for last week, Mike, he played fairly well for the most part. Now, are there some things to clean up? Absolutely. Some of this footwork, both inside and outside the pocket, still has a long way to go. The occasional errant throw or just thinking, hey, I've got a big arm, I'm going to fit this ball in the window. Some of that stuff needs to get cleaned up, but overall, not bad. But what matters the most in wins and losses, and he just wasn't the difference maker his team needed when they needed him the most.
They run it once more with Jones. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And it's a decent return. Get some of that yardage back before he's forced out of bounds. The Falcons, led out by their quarterback, Kirk Cousins. One of the big moves in the offseason, Atlanta acquiring Cousins in free agency. He had 6 years in Washington, the last 6 in Minnesota, and now he begins his run this season with the Falcons.
Here we have a guy, Mike, just really coming off a tremendous outing last week. It seemed like everything was working for him in that win. The early rhythm he was able to establish, he rode that to the final whistle. They had an answer for everything the defense threw at him, and if he continues to stay one step ahead and continues to protect the ball at this rate, there's going to be a hard group to beat.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's the way to get started, a pickup of 17. And a very quick first down.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll go again with Robinson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They have found something on the ground. 16 more yards on that carry.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
And this time they are ready for it. He'll be close for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's second down.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up third down. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete. That's great work to get in there and make things difficult defensively, setting up a fourth down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Agnew on the return. And a solid one back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Justin Jefferson and this Vikings offense heading out for their next possession. He's been filling up the stat sheet on a weekly basis, hasn't he? You got to look at where he ranks in terms of receptions by a wideout. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
That's to the right side and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Aaron Jones that time. And it'll be third down. From the shotgun, and they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Here's Ryan right now. He's on to punt for the second time in this opening quarter. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
Take over first and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. They'll come up on a second down and 8. Another run here for Robinson. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to third down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. They could not hook up on what will be the final play of this first quarter. It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down. Cousins. That's incomplete. Daring call on fourth down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down. Here comes the rookie out of Michigan, J.J. McCarthy, heading out for the next Vikings possession. And the numbers will show he's been one of the top quarterbacks in the league all season long, right up there among the leaders in passing yards. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. And it'll be second down. From the gun, here's McCarthy. Oh, that swung out wide and intercepted. That's the safety, Jesse Bates.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Here's Bijan Robinson, and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. And he is the NFL leading rusher here in the month of December. A strong finish in the final stretch could earn him the crown. On 1st down, Cousins. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. A gain of 21 on that pass play. 1st down, Atlanta.
And really the key to this play was just how fast he was able to get through his progressions. His mind was able to process and go from 1 to 2 to 3 so quickly that he was able to get the ball to the right target on time. And I think so often those two things are different. Being open is one thing. Being open and getting the ball on time, that's what leads to success, and that's what we saw here.
On 1st down, it's Robinson. And he's shedding tacklers left and right, winding his way for a gain of 8.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially.
Good blocking, and he's in. Bijan Robinson, touchdown Falcons. And that's going to be the one that does it. The man is a lock for Offensive Player of the Year, maybe the MVP as well. Certainly has this mark. He has just set the all-time record. Most rushing touchdowns in a single season. Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons are out to a 10-0 lead.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. Agnew on the return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Vikings offense ready to come back out for this next possession. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. That's into the hands of Aaron Jones. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
On second down, here's McCarthy. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Third and long. To throw is McCarthy. Here comes the screen to Jones. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on third down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
McLeod to return. Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. The Falcons offense and running back Bijan Robinson headed back onto the field. And here we are in December, so it's speculation season. Who might be the MVP? You have to say he's most likely the favorite as we enter the final weeks of the season. And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield.
There hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
So they go backwards on first down. Here's second and 13. On the handoff, it's Robinson. He'll take this down to the 47. Cameron Bynum up from the secondary to make the play. Third down and 9. Now, Cousins. And this ball incomplete on third down.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on third down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, the importance of third down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field, and have long extended drives. It is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5.
Offense. Still fourth down.
Cousins to throw for it on fourth down. Gonna look deep, looking for more. And that one is caught. What a play on fourth and long. and even 50 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay
Previous
officials,
play is under review.
indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So that is what you want. I know sometimes it takes time, but they do get it right, and this call will stand. They'll run with Robinson. He slams it in there, and he is in. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his second rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Here's Coop for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons move further out in front. It is now 17-0.
Vikings nothing. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Agnew on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with first down. Open man, he's got Agnew. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down. McCarthy to the air on second down. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Got a man, that's Sherfield. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. It's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm. You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. But sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
Ryan Wright again to punt it away, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the kickoff doesn't even get to midfield. That is a huge mistake and gives the opponent great field position.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And it's the Giants who have the lead as they approach halftime. The Giants trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Next, we take a trip down the coast to Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And they have the lead over the visiting New York Jets. Odell Beckham, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. The rookie from Texas, Jonathan Brooks, 2 touchdown runs. It was the former Longhorn, Bijan Robinson, who was tough to stop in that first half. He chipped in a couple of touchdown runs as he was running with determination right from the word go. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
First half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Falcons offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And before this drive starts, let's take a look at the current race to see who's going to take home the award of NFL Most Valuable Player. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up a 2nd and 5.
On the give, it's Robinson. Lots of space past the 45. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. 1st and 10. And here's Bijan. Whoa! What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line. It's a big run by Robinson. 32 yards.
Well, that right there, Mike, is your once-a-game reminder of just the importance of short tackling. This run never gets anywhere near where it ends up if that initial hit was stronger and he was able to take him down.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. That one, take it in, middle of the end zone. Bijan Robinson, touchdown Falcons. He has come alive after the break. His 3rd touchdown of the second half. And make it 3 touchdowns. Now remember, he caught the one earlier. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And Mike, this is what every offense is searching for out of the running back position. Can you impact the game equally on the ground as you can through the air? And that's exactly what this guy has done so far today.
Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons are able to extend out to a 24-0 lead.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Agnew on the return. Now on the return, he has lost the football. But he'll gather it back in. The Vikings offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. Still, a lot can happen between now and the end of the season, but Green is starting to rise to the top as you look across the NFL. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
Play action now. It's McCarthy. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
A 7-yard loss brings up third down.
Third and long. On the draw, here's Jones.
He was brought down by Richie Grant. A 4-yard gain. It's fourth down.
It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. That'll be returnable from the 35. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. The Falcons offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing his Cousins. There's a throw right side. It'll be incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
I'm not sure if it's this big lead or if it's just this second half pressure getting to him, but that's just a careless throw by the quarterback. And don't let this lead fool you. Throws like that can change this game in an instant. And this defense knows they gave him one, and they let him off the hook.
That one into the hands of Moore downfield. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. It is a big play there for the Falcons. 32 yards. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. A give, and here comes Robinson. And he's into the end zone yet again. Bijan Robinson, touchdown Atlanta. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this 3rd quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the 3rd quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons move out even further ahead. It is now 31-0.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Agnew on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Into the after the catch, he's hit, and the ball is out. It's scooped up by the Falcons. One of those exciting moments in a football game. There is a turnover and a fumble, and all of a sudden the guys who were on defense, they're starting to think like offensive players, Greg. They really wanted to take that back the other way.
And I think for that offense, they're fortunate that didn't lead to a touchdown, because for a minute, I thought the defender was going to take it all the way back, but either way, winds up with a pretty nice return, and his offense is in great position.
The Falcons offense and their running back set to go once more. And with the season winding down, he continues to put up the big numbers. Let's take a look at some of the leading candidates to take home the award for Offensive Player of the Year. And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a
Previous
replay.
play is under review.
You might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. On 1st down, here's McCarthy. That's caught by Jones out of the backfield. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
And that is incomplete. They try to sneak a deep ball in there to wrap up the quarter, but time has expired, and the 3rd has come to an end. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Throwing again is McCarthy. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Deep ball downfield for Sherfield. Oh, the defender able to get his head around and intercept it.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you. And sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
This offense and their running back heading back on the field. And before this drive starts, we'll take a look at the race as it stands to see who might take home the NFL's Offensive Player of the Year award. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the option, here's Robinson. Not much happening there, just a short game.
Brings up 7th and 9 at the 43-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Robinson. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. It's a big run by Robinson. 33 yards. A first down throw for Cousins. He's got it at the 7. And he's going to be taken down. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now. And a first down to boot.
Now it just seems like this offense is piling on. I mean, after a day where they have completely dominated their opponent, a lot of offense would just be content with handing this ball off. Later in the fourth quarter, taking a knee and just putting an end to it. But not this group. They continue to throw the ball, and they continue to get chunk plays, and they showed they're not going to slow down until that final whistle blows.
That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked up by Cameron Vinyl.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot where he can get his hands on the ball and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally, the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. A throw on the move is caught. They're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line. A nice throw by the rookie out of Michigan. It's going to be good enough for a first down. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. He'll go right back to Jefferson. They connect again.
The receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field,
this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. Oh, hello! He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther.
And all you can do at this point, Mike, is just really marvel at how well he's been able to run the ball. And throughout the course of the game, they've certainly not been shy in giving it to him. And I think he's held up his side of the bargain.
Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field. I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
Cousins out of the gun on 3rd down. That one on target to Moore. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 23 yards. 1st down, Atlanta.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a 3rd down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on 3rd down? 3rd downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. They run over center with Robinson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. Now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. On is Koo for the point after. It's up and through. And the Falcons keep rolling right along. 38-0.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Agnew on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over.
At their own 24-yard line.
Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. So it's a win for the visiting Falcons. Their perfect season continues here into the month of December as they continue to be the #1 team in all of football. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.
Game's not over. Why are you giving up? What are you doing?
Come on, get it together.
Game up.